guys, welcome. In this video we shall see about the basis of classification. Okay, the term classification, which means the method of arranging the organism into groups. For example, if the in max there are different types of shapes. There is circle, there may be a rectangle, there may be a square. So according to the shapes, we shall classify the shapes according to the um, shapes we can classify and arrange. So that is the classification in general. So in science we are grouping or arranging the animals according to their characteristics. So that is known as classification. So why there is a need for classification? So to identify an organism correctly, for example, this is a circle, this is a rectangle, we can identify these shapes. Then to establish the relationship among different organisms. Then it provides the information about living things in different geographical areas. So these are the needs for classification. So let's see about the hierarchical hierarchical categories of for classification. Hierarchical categories for classification. So this is the sentence: king, please, can our family go somewhere? So this is the sentence which represents the 7 category. To recognize easily, this is the shortcut for identifying the categories. So K, P, all first letters we need to note. Can, C, O, F, G, S. Okay. Let's we see about their full forms. So K stands for kingdom, P stands for phylum, C stands for class, O stands for order, F stands for family, G stands for genus, S stands for species. So according to these categories, animals, plants, microbes have been classified according to these categories to identify the organism. So kingdom, which represents it may be plants or animals, plants or animals. So phylum, it consists of many classes. So that means it consists of several attributes or characteristics. According to the phylum, different organisms are compiled into a separate category. Then class, it consists of several orders. So in orders, they consist of the characteristics of the family. In family, it consists of the characteristics of genus. Genus is consist of characteristics of a species. Species is may consist of characteristics of subspecies. That and all. So according to these categories, um, organisms are being classified. So let's I am giving the general example for these organisms, how organisms are being classified. So for kingdom, for the species human, for the kingdom it is a animalia. So we all belongs to the animals, so we are giving animalia, sorry, animal, it comes under kingdom animals. Phylum chordata, so we possess notochord. So we have backbone, so we have it comes under the category of phylum chordata. Then class mammalia. So as we reproduce and give milk to our young ones, so it comes under the class mammals. Then order primates. So as we evolved from the monkeys as well as apes, so it comes under the order primates. Then family hominidae, because we have resemblance of apes characters as well as the arrangement of the skull. So that's that category. So then genus Homo. So first letter should be always be capital. Then Homo. Then our species represents sapiens. So here the second letter is always small letter. Will be always represent small letter. So this is the scientific classification of humans. So I have given example for us humans. So for all plants and animals, microbes, these rules are this type of format is generally followed to classify an organism. Then we shall see about the animals and how the animals are based classified according to the characteristics. In general, animals have been classified into two types. One is the lower animals have been comes under the category of invertebrates. And the other category is vertebrates. So invertebrates do not have backbone. The lower animals comes under this category, whereas the vertebrates, higher animals have backbones. So these animals have been classified into vertebrates. So in this video, we shall see about the general characteristics of the in phylum invertebrates. So first phylum is phylum Protozoa. So there are totally 9 phylums in Invertebrata. So first phylum we shall see about the phylum Protozoa. I have taken some pictures of several lower animals. So this phylum is known as phylum Protozoa. It consists of unicellular organisms, so which we cannot see with the naked eye. We shall see with the only with the help of microscope. We shall observe these animals. Phylum Protozoa. So these are amoeba, which is example for phylum Protozoa. So there are so much animals which are microscopic in nature, which cannot be seen through naked eyes. Only we can be visualized through microscope. So in phylum Protozoa, I shall give several examples. One is amoeba, second euglena, and then paramecium. So these are the scientific names which need to be written always first letter with capital, or else we shall written with italics, or we need to underline the whole whole word. So like this we need to underline, or we need to always represent these terms in italics or less or underline. Okay, in phylum Protozoa, these are the animals which are having which are having only one cell, unicellular in nature. then microscopic, then it is having pseudopodia. um, when the food is near the edge of these animals, will form a pseudopodia, then it will form a tentacle like structure. It will capture the whole organism, and they based on the pseudopodia, it can changes is the shape also, it can able to changes. So how it's locomote by the flagella as well as cilia, it helps to locomote from one place to another place. Then reproduction is mainly by fission. Fission means it will break into several pieces, or else fission or fragmentation, then it can able to reproduce, or else fission means it will separate into several types. Okay. Next time we shall see about phylum Porifera. So these are the examples for phylum Porifera. I shall return this. Phylum Porifera. So these animals are known as sponges, exclusively marine. Uh, then they are multicellular organisms. Then it composed of spicules, that is the thorn-like structures, thorn-like needle-like structures found on the organism. Then reproduction is mainly by asexual as well as sexual. So in Porifera, like examples is known as sponges. So these categories comes under phylum Porifera. Um, there are several freshwater sponges as well as marine water sponges. So I shall list several names. Uh, Leucosonia, then Spongilla, and Cycon. These are some of the examples for phylum Porifera. So the main characteristics is they are multicellular in nature. Then their skeleton formation is mainly composed of spicules, and the reproduction is mainly by asexual as well as sexual. They are exclusively marine. So the next phylum is phylum Coelenterata. So example, corals. While we visit the Rameshwaram or else the coastal areas, we shall able to see several corals um, with our eyes. So some when the sea water invades inside, we shall able to visualize these animals. Okay, these animals are multicellular in nature. They are diploplastic in nature. Diploplastic means these animals have mainly ectoderm as well as endoderm, and the central region is composed of mesoglia. Consider this is a cell. Uh, okay. Okay, this region is known as endoderm. This region is known as ectoderm. In between, there is a space is known as mesoglia. So these are known as diploblastic, where it composed of only two types of cells known as ectoderm as well as the endoderm. Okay, uh, so these animals are colonial in nature, or as well as solitary. It may be living in colonies or well as individual. Then the reproduction is as well as sexual as well as asexual. Then it is a multicellular. It can able to move or attached. Sessile are free living. Okay. Uh, Then the example for these animals is corals, then hydra, sea anemone, as well as the jellyfish. So these categories, sea anemone. So sea anemone is the animal which can be seen in a Nemo, Finding Nemo film. We can able to see where that the fish will always have a mutual relationship with sea anemone. Okay, sea anemone, jellyfish. So these animals are are the example for phylum Coelenterata. So the next category, fourth category is phylum Platyhelminthes. Phylum Platyhelminthes. So in this category, the example is tapeworm. Scientific name Tinea solium. So it is having a uh, relationship with the intestine of pig as well as the human. While we consume pork, the uh, worms maybe live in the intestine of the pig. While we consume the pork, so it may comes to the human intestine where it generates their life cycle. Okay, that's well as we need to they cook the food properly. We need to avoid the fast food items. Okay, okay. So phylum Platyhelminthes, for example, tapeworm. Then planaria. It is the animal which shows high rate of regeneration. When we cut the animal into two pieces, several animals, so within a few days or minutes, it will the whole organism will be regenerated again. Then liver fluke, blood fluke. So these are the examples for phylum Platyhelminthes. So in these animals are parasites which lives in the animals as well as in the human beings. That I have explained already. Pig as well as the human intestines. So these are mostly hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite means male and female organs in the same animal. Same. Okay. Then we shall see about the Ascalminthus phylum. So in this category, we shall see the examples. Example: roundworms. Scientific name: Ascaris lumbricoides. So these animals are bisexual. Male and female are different, are separate. Then reproduction is by asexual reproduction. Then these animals are unsegmented. There is no segments in their body. These are also parasites in humans and as well as the animals, which causes several diseases. Then we shall see about the phylum Echinodermata. So in this category, phylum Annelida. So in this phylum, example is earthworm. So it composed of several segments called metamerism. Several segments are present in their body one by one. So these are triploplastic animals. As well as I have explained that diploplastic animals have two types of cells: ectoderm, endoderm. Here, ectoderm, endoderm, and the center region instead of mesoglea, mesoderm is present. So three types of cells are responsible for the generation of the organism while embryo formation. Okay, then these are hermaphrodite as well as bisexual in nature. Then unisexual in nature, bi and unisexual in nature. Okay, these are segmented in nature. These animals are having very nice segments. We can be able to visualize these segments in this picture. Okay. So the next category is phylum Arthropoda. So the cell, as we know that the phylum Arthropoda is the largest phylum, and the phylum Mollusca is the second largest phylum, and the phylum Porifera is the least phylum, which have very few number of organisms. Okay, so in phylum Arthropoda, largest phylum. So poda means pair of legs. Okay, arthropoda means a pair of legs. Those meaning I'm saying. So in this category, mostly insects as well as marine animals which have cells. Marine animals like crustaceans, uh, prawn, crabs. These animals will come comprises in this category. So then scorpions, spiders. So spiders belongs to the class arachnids. It is not insect. It is a separate class which composed of 8 legs. Normally, insects will always possess 6 legs. That is 3 pairs of legs. So study of insects is known as entomology. Entomology. Okay. Okay. Then in this category, the exoskeleton is made up of chitin. Okay, the legs are jointed in nature. Then these animals are uh, these animals exhibits unisexual as well as sexual dimorphism. Okay, then phylum mollusca. So this is the second largest phylum. So for example, snails, then cuttlefish, octopus. These animals comes under these in this category. So these animals are soft bodied, unsegmented. So the animals have muscular head and foot. Then the animals have in scales and all, it will have a mantle. Then the cell is made up of calcareous exoskeleton. Then the last category is phylum Echinodermata. Phylum Echinodermata. So in this category, these are exclusively marine and composed of spines and spicules over the body. Water vascular system is well present. So for example, here I have represented starfish. So there are several small tube-like structure called tube feet. These are responsible for the locomotion of the starfish. So um, reproduction is mainly by sexual. So sea urchin, sea cucumber, sea lily. So these animals have possess spines as well as spicules. So these animals comes under this category called phylum Echinodermata. So we have seen totally 9 phylums in the category of phylum Invertebrata. So in the next video we shall see about the phylum Chordata with 5 classes. Thank you.